Space does not like the MB339. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, Untitled Projects. Quick one for you today, about navigation. And I've done one or two videos on navigation already, one of which was about how to use your RNAV here, which I'm right on the money, targeted, coming in. And I was thinking about these third-party mods that you can get, these add-ons, that allow you to look at maps and find your route. And obviously it's pretty key if you're flying long distances to know where you are. So everyone knows you can just press V and you've got your flight plan there. And I'm heading over the North Sea at the moment. I'm going to come in and land at EGPA here. So doing a bit of a long distance. Going over the Shetland Isles at the moment, so a bit of North Sea loveliness. But this is great, this map. It's great, you know, it's got all sorts of brilliant things you need to use. Just in case, obviously you've got no GPS here in terms of a visual GPS. You do have your RNAV and your VOR and your TACAM, which I think is military use only. And some navigation equipment down here, which doesn't actually work on the MB339. But as long as you keep your line and your heading and your course, you're all good to go. But I found a really interesting mod a couple of days ago, which is really, really awesome. And it includes teleportation, which is very, very useful when you're doing these very, very long flights. Let's get right into it. So I found a little mod, and it's called FSPM. You can download it from flightsim.to. I'll put a link in the description. It's really very useful. So I'll give you a quick breakdown. First of all, it's got your altitude, it's got your vertical speed, airspeed, heading, everything, which is great, and your ambient stats as well, so wind and direction and pressure, temperature. So all really useful stuff. Means you don't have to delve into these dials. You can just check it out up here. I know it's kind of cheating, but it is very useful. Obviously you can click the GPS on, so that'll allow you to see exactly where you are, centralized. You can turn all of this variation off. It gives you way more detail underneath. So if you're looking for something very specific, like where you live, a road to follow, and you're looking at Google Maps like I do all the time when I'm trying to find exactly where I want to go. If I'm looking for something very specific, like a building or a plane crash that I want to make a video about, this is absolutely spot on for that, because it'll show you exactly where you need to go, just in terms of some of that naming convention. Because obviously with our other map here, side-by-side comparison, you can see that... Oh, don't teleport yet. I'll show you that in a second. You can see it's got the same variables, but as soon as you start zooming into this, there's really no detail. But this has got it all. So you can look at the names of the lakes, you can look at the towns. Not a whole lot here, so very, very remote. You can even see some of the houses. So it's really great from a deep detail perspective. Also shows you all the runways and the different types of variations that you want to know about that runway. How short they are, how long they are, how many runways there are. I mean, that's unlandable for me, basically, but I could land on that. So, great if you're just out and about and you just want to explore things, brilliant. But there's something else which is really awesome in this, and that's teleportation. You can just teleport from place to place, and I'll show you how that works now. So I'm going to get rid of this. Yes, I'm thinking maybe I want to be around central Scotland, you know. Let's zoom out a little bit. And do some Highland flying, or whatever. So I'll choose a little area. Let's go here. Be aware that you can change these variables here. So make sure your speed's good, and your heading is the heading you want to, the direction you want to be going. I'll come in at 23. Oh, sorry, I'll come in at 25,000 feet. You're probably not going to see anything. Oh, and there we go. So there's our change. Sometimes the weather takes a bit of time to load in. You can just see it there. Sometimes the scenery takes time to load in if you come in low. So if I then decide I want to teleport in at 6,000 feet, there we go. So yeah, you can see the cloud base is pretty low in Scotland. Jeez. So yeah, just make sure you get those variables right, because a few times I've teleported and oh, I need to put my de-icing on, and teleported with no speed and just gone straight into a nosedive. You can also teleport at a ridiculous height if you want to. You know, like if you were super crazy, 200,000 feet. Boom. All the alarms go off. I'm in space. I'm gonna die. I mean, it's pretty mental. You can do whatever you want, and you're still in the same place. But let's do some teleporting. Let's see what we can find. Space does not like the MB339. Right, so let's head somewhere. Let's go to America. I think it's going to be dark in America. No. Let's go Europe. So let's just head here. It's a little bit lower than that. Let's go 10,000 feet. Airspeed's super high. So 290. Heading's fine. Boom. So this is a perfect example of things taking a little while to load in because obviously you teleported. There we go. There's the clouds. Can't see a thing. So I'm probably going to crash. But 10,000 feet's pretty good. Let's have a look over the Alps. Not the Alps, sorry, over the Mediterranean. Very nice. Where next? Ukraine, Moldova. Boom. There it is. Loading in. Taking a little bit of time, but that's all good. My internet connection sucks. So, yeah, it's a great... There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. There's the weather. You can't expect everything at once. So, yeah, it's a great little mod or add-on or whatever you want to call it. Just do what you want when you like. The power to do anything. Nice. So it should be noted, obviously, that there are huge swathes of areas that that don't have any of this aeronautical charting. Obviously, we have the Western world, places that don't tend to like us very much, obviously not giving us any data, but that's just one of those things. And maybe some of these areas just don't have that data. You can zoom in and you can see pretty much anything you want from an aeronautical perspective. You can see controlled airspace, you can see radio navigation aids and airfields, and that's everything you need, really. Yeah, have a play. I'm going to show you what it does when you're on a runway, just so you get the idea that you can really screw it up. So, as I was saying, can you teleport from airport to airport? And the answer is sometimes. So let's get this map on. And I really do think it depends how much higher that airport is. Now, if you're in the same airport, I'm at Gatwick at the moment, my local. Not that I go and hang out at Gatwick. You can possibly change runways. So if I wanted to head over here, I could teleport over there. So that's really, really useful if you don't want to taxi for miles and miles and miles. Incidentally, you can also teleport to airports that are really close by. They're usually about the same height, unless you change it. If I go to, say, Heathrow, which is over here somewhere, that is lower by, I don't know, 50 feet or something, unless you can find that variable. So, massive Heathrow with all of its huge, look at the size of that. Let's see if I can teleport to the end of that. Okay, so this is the problem I was talking about. See you later. Right, so that's it for the day. Yeah, give it a go. It's actually really good in terms of just getting you around. And if you just want to explore the world really, really quickly, it's great when you're flying fixed directions and you want to fly to an airport all the way. That's part of the fun. But if you just want to explore an area, or you want to find a new runway, new airport, new canyon to fly down, perfect. So give it a go. Anyway, links in the description, and enjoy yourselves. All right. Bye.